Hey everyone, welcome to the Career Exploration Lab. So very glad you're here. My name is Bonnie and I will be guiding you through the Masterclass guide and video for this workshop. Let's get started. I do believe I have already shared my screen with you. So here we are in the Career Exploration Lab. And a little bit about me. I have two daughters. One is a ninth grader and one is about to graduate from high school. And I'm also a career specialist. That makes me particularly qualified to help you guys with your career exploration stuff. So, quick warm up, and I would like you to pause the video and answer this question just on a piece of paper in a 1 minute free write. What did you want to be when you were little? Pause the video. Think about that for a second. Awesome. So I thought this was a humorous way to start this lab because, as you can see, the different professions that young children want to be when they grow up are usually the things that they have seen firsthand or seen on TV or on the media. So brings me to my point, which is that you can't be what you can't see. What I'd like to do here today in this lab is help y'all choose from all the different careers, not just the ones that you have heard of, because there's really a lot out there that maybe we haven't heard of. So, what's the goal for today's lab? I know that everyone who's watching this video today is bound for a four-year college or university. But what I'd like for all of us to do, at least by the time we are applying, is to know your why. Be able to tell us all what it is you're going to college for and why you're going to college, okay? Not just for the social situation. There's a lot of growth that goes on there too. But what do you want to study in college and to what end? That is indeed the goal of going to college, right? Of course. So think about that throughout this lab today. Okay. So we have three big decisions that are coming up here for us. Picking a college, picking a major, and then deciding a career or first job. Take a think for just a moment. Which do you think is a good order in which to decide these things? If you said targeting a first career or job, then picking a major, and then picking a college, that would be the correct order. Simply because if you begin with the end in mind, what kind of job or field of study do you want to be employed in later in your life? Then you can pick the major that goes along with the preparation for that job or career. And finally, pick a college that has an excellent fit program within that major. So think about it that way. It's a lot easier to look at college websites or check out virtual tours with all the beautiful marketing and lovely scenery that they have available on the website. But it's a little bit more difficult to begin with that end in mind and think about, okay, what field do you want to be in, or what kinds of jobs or job do you want once you graduate? So I'm going to have you pause the video and complete the career values card sort. That is a values exercise and it is listed in the Masterclass written guide. So go ahead and take a pause. I won't share it with you here because you won't be able to pick it up from your screen, but go ahead and complete the career values card sort now. Pause the video, please. All right. I'd like for everybody to write down what their top values were. And why is this important when we're thinking about what we want to be when we grow up? It's because if your job is consistent with your career values, you're going to enjoy greater job satisfaction. So keep these kind of tucked away a little bit. Understand what it is that's important to you in the workplace. And if, there's no wrong answers here. If your goal is to earn a lot of money, amazing, good. Money is freedom. You should want to earn a lot of it. And your job indeed will dictate part of your lifestyle. So that's an important one too. So don't discount those types of things. But also, if you feel the need to, be helpful to others or want to work for a particular cause or in a particular field like environmentalism, etc., that should be also an important consideration, especially if it is one of your values. Okay, So, learning about careers. I'm going to talk you through these really quick, but all of these links and resources are listed within your masterclass guide. So, Field of Degree is brought to you by the Bureau of Labor Statistics, and it's a really great website to learn what careers go with what majors. So, you can take a look at that. I won't insult your intelligence by navigating a website for you, but this resource, Field of Degree, please open it and take a peek, browse around it for a little bit. Pause the video, please. Okay. Along those same lines is the Occupational Outlook Handbook. That's a really cool resource, again, by the Bureau of Labor Statistics. And you can check that out right here and look at, okay, so these are occupation groups, otherwise known as career clusters. So let's just say you're interested in computer information technology. You can go here and learn about occupations within this and then specific jobs that go with that. You can check out the entry level education, the median pay, what these people do all day. And then if you want to be a computer programmer, for example, take a look at some of the things that these folks do, or look at a career video about this. This is a great resource, also brought to you by the US Bureau of Labor Statistics. Okay, going back to my other slide. And then finally, Job Shadow, not finally, but jobshadow.com. In this resource, we can search up lots of different types of jobs and professions, and then see and read lists of interviews. Didn't mean to open an ad there, of different professions. So what's it like to be a radiologist? Well, here's an interview with that person. Want to learn more? You can check it out right here, and it'll give you all of the information you need. So there's jobshadow.com. Take a moment, pause the video, and check out the resource. Okay, coming back together. Let's check out Road Trip Nation. This is probably my favorite of the four. This is an excellent resource for, and I won't show it too long because it moves and I think it'll stop my video. But Road Trip Nation is an amazing resource simply because what we can do here is put in algorithms or different things that are important to us when researching a job or career. And at that time, we can look at videos or interviews of successful professionals who are doing those careers. It's excellent. So in this resource, you can go to Find My Road. So take a moment. This is also linked up in your masterclass guide, but it's linked up. So you can choose from 3 different things that are important to you, and the computer will take these resources or these qualities and spit out different videos and different successful professionals within these careers. All right, so take a pause, do Find My Road on Road Trip Nation. As well, Road Trip Nation is particularly excellent simply because it will, you can change your stuff at any time, your parameters and your different, preferences. So you can look at all kinds of different jobs, but there's also video resources there as well via career clusters. So I absolutely love this resource. Okay. And let me see if I can get back to full screen here. Okay. I'm going to go back to screen sharing. There we go. Awesome. Okay, so moving on, after we have paused the video and checked out all of these wonderful resources, let's go here. We are going to complete a career interest inventory on something called My Next Move. This will require you to pause the video for approximately 15 to 20 minutes to check this out. This is also available through ONET Online. And what I'd like for you to do is go here. We're going to discover your interest. So we're going to hit start and then answer the questions on the ONET Interest Profiler. Okay, so pause the video and go ahead and complete this quick assessment. Okay, coming back together. So you'll notice that you received results here, and it'll be your RIASEC score, okay? And you can click on any of these to see what they mean, but as a very brief description here, we can look and see. So it's like if you were going to go to a party, what would you want to do at that party, right? So different individuals have different strengths and preferences within different areas. So realistic folks want to, work practically, hands-on, investigative. Those folks not necessarily need to be detectives, but those are the types of people who like to work with ideas and figure out problems. Artistic folks, that doesn't necessarily mean that you want to play the violin or write poetry for a living. It does mean you really enjoy working on things and thinking outside the box. That's a really, really good way to think about artistic professions. Um, if you have any questions, stop the video, go back to the resource guide, and then you can always email me with further questions, okay? We want to make sure that we're looking at a broad range of careers, not only the careers that you know about, but those you maybe don't. We want to make sure we choose from everything available, okay? All right, let's talk for a minute about informational interviews. What are informational interviews? Why are they important? And what do you ask? Okay, an informational interview is where you, as the student or younger individual, are interviewing someone who is in a profession that you might wish to, learn about or might want to be when you grow up. Usually, the adults who are asked for informational interviews absolutely love it. Why? Because people like to talk about themselves, but they'll probably be very flattered that you want to learn a little bit more about their job. Yes, young people, I understand that it's a little bit daunting to ask an adult about their job, especially if it's someone you don't know very well, but trust me, they will appreciate that you have asked. They're important because it can give you a window into the world of work in a particular profession from the front lines, from somebody who's actually doing that job. And for the people you can look to for this type of thing can be like even your parents' contacts, your friends' parents, your neighbors, people you know in your community. Begin with adults you know, and then maybe ask around. Okay, do you know somebody who does this job? And if so, absolutely ask that person for 30 minutes of their time, meet them for a coffee, pay for the coffee. You will definitely impress those adults, or simply ask for 30 minutes of their time via phone or on a Zoom. Now, what do you ask in informational interviews? I have a great resource here. Hold on just one second. Right here. And I think here we go. This resource is linked up in your resource guide. It will give you even more information, but here are some sample questions. I'd say choose your top 5 or 10, and then let the conversation grow organically, because you never know. This individual might be somebody that you meet who will enlighten you within your career, or maybe even provide an internship or an important contact someday. Okay, so I don't mean to scare anybody, but 45 years. This is how long that most people are going to be in the workforce. Trust me, it's really difficult to conceptualize 45 years in the workforce. I get it. But your major and college choice are going to help inform what you spend those years doing. So what degree or combination of degrees, minor, major, is best for you? So a major concentration in college is indeed where you study most. It will be, I think it's, I forgot exactly how many hours, 90 hours or so, in a concentrated field of study. A minor concentration is a smaller group of classes that you will take that will certify you on your diploma as minoring or taking 30 hours or more within that discipline. So majors are large areas of concentration. Minors are smaller ones, in case you didn't know. So make sure when you're doing this research, you put it in your a folder so that you're organizing your research well. But let's think a little bit more about these majors and minors. So majors and career paths, and this is also linked up in your masterclass resources. But let's check this this out. Let's look at psychology as an example. If you like to figure out why people behave the way that they do, if you got an investigative and social on your career interest inventory, psychology majors love this kinds of thing. They might become a therapist. They might become a lawyer. They might do business and marketing or even become physicians someday. Um, Understand that some majors have a lot of different options. For example, if you go to college for engineering or nursing, you come out being a nurse or an engineer. It's pretty straightforward. But let's say if you major in English, I have an undergraduate major in English with minors in communication and philosophy. These kinds of things didn't turn me into an English. Okay. It did, however, prepare me for my master's degree and for lots of different things that I have done in life. So I don't regret it one bit. But check it out. Even something broad and general like an English major or even a history major can work in all of these particular types of jobs. But think about it this way. If you choose to major in something that's slightly less specific, you may wish to pair that with another major or a minor in something where it will really help you nail your first job within the workforce. So do this intentionally with lots of work-based learning experiences within the major. Like if you're offered an internship, if you're offered a co-op experience or real world experience within these more soft and loose majors, that's a really good idea to take advantage of that because those can tend to be your first employers. Conversely, if you're thinking about majoring in something in STEM, business or nursing, or engineering, any of these types of things, computer science, I would recommend possibly, if you can, taking some classes within communication and writing because you're going to have to communicate with your coworkers and learn those types of skills. And believe it or not, in the workforce, employers like to see well-rounded employees that have a variety of transferable skills. Your communication skills, those are considered soft skills, computer skills, self-advocacy, getting along with people, reading and writing. These are definitely soft skills, while your hard skills will be learned in your major, such as those things that you need to learn to be a nurse or an engineer. Hopefully that made sense. Okay, so a little bit of life advice when thinking about your career and major. You need to define your success your own way. So I know that some of us may be coming up and your parents have always told you, oh, you'd make a great this, or you're going to do that for a living. But it is indeed your life. So define success your own way. Is it a big paycheck? Is it giving back? Is it solving problems? Is it using your creativity? Whatever it is, that's your success. And you're the one who's going to be in that workforce for 45 years. So quiet the noise. Society, your family. I know when I was coming up, it was a lot of professions that were very sparsely populated with females. Don't worry about that now. Okay. Your own self-doubt can be a limiter too. So understand that if you're looking at this video right now, you're young enough to be whatever you'd like in life. I promise. I promise. Okay. So definitely take your insecurity, throw that out the window, and really decide what it is you're curious about. So passion is a good thing, but follow your interest first, because how can you be passionate about something if you don't know what it is? How can you be interested in something? So they're nurtured interest. When you feel curiosity, go for it. Is there a chapter in your chemistry textbook that really just like blew your mind and you're amazed by it? Is there a class at school that you love to take every time you walk into history class, not because of the teacher or that your friends are in the class, but because you actually love the subject matter? That will be an amazing hint into what you might want to study in college. You might also want to look for what jobs could go with your interest in business, in marketing, in health sciences, etc. Okay? And finally, put your ideas in real world context. Look at how other people do it. Follow people within that field. Seek out those informational interviews. Watch YouTube videos about it. And then, of course, projects, massive open online classes or MOOCs are also great choices for career exploration. So one last thing, your career path may change. And these days, careers are not usually linear, meaning gone are the days when most people work at one company for their entire career, retire with a pension at age 65, and that's that. You can change careers, and that's great. You want to make sure to cultivate in yourself a field where you're really interested in learning lots about it. Because when you are, you'll rise to the top of your profession because you're interested and interesting. And you will try hard at the job that you choose. So understand that your college major is a jumping point. It's not a lifelong sentence. You can always go back to school to learn more or get an advanced degree in a subject related to what you major in. Okay, so as a result of this video, I certainly hope that you're a little bit closer to knowing your why you're going to college, and for what. So my last challenge to you is down here. Pick your hard. It's hard to get up and go to school every day. I know it sometimes is, especially when you're feeling groggy and you're not really into it. But it's even harder to fail because of non-attendance, right? Of course, we know this. That's why we get up and go to school every day. So pick your hard. It's hard to try to conceptualize these things now and do the deep thinking, maybe journaling, maybe informational interviewing, maybe some research on what it is you want to do when you grow up. But it's really hard to graduate and still not have the answers to these questions. Okay? So I implore you to get on with your research, to think about this actively, talk to your parents, talk to your friends about it, talk to your friends' parents about it, seek out information, because career exploration does not happen to you. It happens because of you. All right? Keep that in mind. Career exploration happens because of you. It doesn't just happen to you by osmosis. Okay? So I really hope that you are motivated and well-resourced to complete some more career exploration as a result of this video. Thanks so very much. And if you have any questions, please refer to the Masterclass guide or reach out to me, Bonnie Kleffman, for some help. Thanks so much.